Thank you for listening to Queen's Podcast, Queens. If you would like to follow my other social media platforms, follow me on Instagram at Queen's Podcast. And also follow me on TikTok at Queen's Podcast. And subscribe to my YouTube channel at Queen's Podcast. Thank you for listening, Queens. Welcome to Queen's Podcast, Season 1. Please follow my podcast for more episodes in self-improvement, only available platforms such as Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify. Queen's Podcast will cover social issues, mental health, self-improvement within the Black community regarding Black females. And I will also like to discuss some business tips coming from an entrepreneur myself. Thank you for supporting this podcast and thank you for listening. Hi, welcome back to Queen's Podcast, Queens, ladies, young adults, teenagers, whatever. On today's episode, which is episode 3, which is called Letting Go and Live. Well, actually, Let Go and Live. My apologies for the misconception, but I would like to discuss this topic that has been on my mind for the longest. And yes, I have took a break from the media for me to focus on my mental health, and I have wrote a lot of notes down, as you can see here, on the different topics pertaining to this episode today. So I would like for you to continue to listen and watch for what I say. So here we go. Okay, topic 1. The power of letting go. The power of letting go is a huge accomplishment and flex in your lifetime, especially when you have been hurt and abused in any way, shape, or form. When you let go of something and or someone, that particular trauma no longer serves you, no longer hinders you, and no longer messes with your mental, physical, emotional, or even spiritual health. Topic number 2. How trauma can affect you in the long run. Now, here we go. Trauma has been ignored in many generations and many generations to come, to the point where we are unable to identify the cause to our effect. As to why, for example, that 16-year-old is really violent towards everybody that he comes across, but people fail to realize that 16-year-old was actually being abused by his father every day. And another example as to why that 44-year-old woman emotionally and verbally abuses people in her presence, but has an unhealed trauma in her childhood, which resulted to her being bullied in school every day. Yes, trauma is real, but it is your choice to heal. It's your choice to heal those wounds so you won't bleed on other people who has not harmed you. In some, but many cases, individuals who have not yet identified as to why they act the way they do or respond to different situations or made the decision that they did or how you respond to your triggers, you never evolve. So at that age, when these particular traumas occurred, you are stuck in that age and you are never ever willing to grow up to the person you want to be. So until you are able or until you are willing to heal within yourself, then you have that responsibility to make that change and evolve into a better person that you want to be. I have wrote down some pinpoints on the different mechanisms of letting go. And when you let go, you are able to live your life to the fullest and living in your truth. So the first bulletin that I put down for letting go is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. I know it is highly recommended to forgive that person who has hurt you in any shape, way, or form. But in the long run, you can also forgive that person. But the most important thing is that you forgive yourself. The second bulletin is to stop holding on to grudges. Holding on to grudges will affect you in the long run, health-wise. Okay? People fail to realize that. And people love to say, oh, I hold on to grudges so much. They don't understand how much I hold on to grudges. But in reality, it's really destroying you. The third bulletin is to stop contact with any toxicity, including people, the media, and different environments that causes your triggers. The fourth bulletin is journaling. That's what I have been doing. Just grab a little composition book and write down what you are feeling at the moment, or write down anything that has happened, or write down anything that you would like to get out of your chest that you're unable to speak about. That is also a really good mechanism of letting go a lot of hurt, anger, and traumas, and different other situations. The fifth bulletin is to change your habits. Changing your habits can be like changing the way you eat, your diet, changing the way that you communicate with people, changing the way that you let's think. Changing the way that okay, I'm gonna keep going because I'm not gonna waste y'all time, and I'm certainly not gonna waste mine because this is timed. Well, not necessarily timed, but I would like to get things out of the way. So we're gonna continue. Now for the sixth bulletin that I wrote down is to heal. Basically just heal, when you are healing, you are able to identify a lot of things that you were unconscious about. And the seventh bullet is to set your boundaries within yourself. And when you set boundaries, people will respect you a lot more. And when you set boundaries, and when people think they have the audacity to overstep your boundaries, it is a good time for you to let that person go and to move forward. Because that person is not for you. Whether relationship-wise, partnership-wise, business, work-wise, work ethics, friends, family. It could be your own parents. So it is good to set your boundaries. And the last but not least bulletin that I wrote down for the mechanism of letting go is learning to love yourself. Learning to love yourself and other people as well. When you show the act of love, self-love especially, you begin to be seen in a different light. It could be in a positive way. And it could sometimes be negative, depending on what their motives and issues are. It could be envy, jealousy. They may feel threatened by you, by the way how you carry yourself, or how you look, or how you perceive yourself. And yeah, those are the mechanisms of letting go. I would like to share my part and my story into this episode of my journey of letting go and learning to live in my truth. I am currently going through a process of letting go and living in my truth, as I said before. I have learned to practice self-love and self-care and learning to take breaks in peace and loving myself inside and out. I used to hate how the texture of my hair is. It's coarse, thick, sometimes unable to manage. But when I finally learned how to maintain of taking care of my hair, that's when I began to look. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna go deep. Like, I know y'all seen me like wearing all them type of wigs, different colors. Like, I be like switching wigs like draws, okay? But like, I just like the way how my body was developed in the long run. Obviously, I have big breasts. I kind of have a gut a little bit, and then I have wide hips a little bit, and kind of a big behind, but not too big, but doesn't matter. But the reason is that I have been sexualized at a young age. You understand? When you're exposed to being over-sexualized, then it affects you eternally. Okay. And then basically, I just hate being a female overall. Okay. Ever since social media was popping, back when I was in the 8th grade, I slowly started to lose my identity, if you understand where I'm going with this. Because I see that a lot, and I have became consumed in that world. It was bad enough that I was continuously bullied every day in school, my entire school life. So I was like, why not express the darkness? Why not express my darkness? I mean, hell, why not be rebellious towards the norm of today's society? But no one knows that I was practically and eternally invisible. I had to silence that because YouTube can be oversensitive with these words, so I have to be careful of what I say. I was trauma bonding with different people, including adults, who ended up hurting me in the long run. And so it was so much expected of me of being the good girl. having to abide by the rules, staying silenced even though I was disrespected in many ways and forms. Yeah. Even though I continued to hide my pain under multiple wigs, covered my tears with makeup, and covered my self-harm scars with bracelets and sleeves, I still managed to be different than the rest. Still pleasing people, maintained to be an overachiever, still want somebody to truly love me from me, not to continue to be manipulated and abused from others. I began to lose my true identity behind these people. The reason why I'm telling this story is because it is my purpose of me finally being free and letting go from everything and everybody who serves me no purpose. In 2020, I started letting go toxic individuals. I began my spiritual journey during that time frame. And in beginning of January of 2020, that was when I changed my name into Queen Ramaya, because I felt like a queen. Every female is a queen. Even though some people may not realize it, but they are. And a part of me of starting my spiritual journey, in reality, when we come out the womb, we are already in our spiritual realm. We are already in a spiritual journey. So, me trying to identify the world around me and how society is, I realized it was a bunch of fucked up shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it's true. But as I go through this journey, I began to heal and love myself more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more better than before. I'm finally at peace within myself, knowing that I finally have a purpose of living for me. I began to love my natural hair. I began to love my body, mind, and spirit, and my imperfections, and the color of my skin. Everything. So that's the ending of my part. And here's another topic that I want to touch on, which is letting go and love. When you are in a relationship with somebody that you really love and care about, you as an individual will do anything for that person, to the point where he and she is draining you. Some of us are empaths, and when we are empaths, including myself, we are easily drained by different energies surrounding us. And one of my biggest mistakes was being blinded by the red flags that was shown to me in the beginning, because I wanted to feel validated and loved. I became so empathetic to the point where I wanted to heal that person. But I ended up depressed and unhappy in the end. If you are doing this, please stop. Because it is not our job to be their mothers. That is their mother's job, in which they failed miserably. And it's the damn truth. If you are doing wife responsibilities, listen, if you are doing wife responsibilities from a title less than that, and he not even putting a ring on your damn finger, then that relationship ain't gonna last. And or you will become mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and physically drained if you continue this path. Queens, please let that person go. If they are abusing you mentally, physically, and emotionally, let them go if they choose their friends and then their parents over anything. Let them go if they don't respect you nor your boundaries. And most definitely let them go if they don't see a future with you in the long run. Please love yourself. Not in a negative light and not in a vain way, but always fill your cup first. Because how are you going to fill somebody else's cup when your cup is empty already? And here's the last topic. And here's the solution. Please live for you. Period. I would love for you to live in your truth and finally have peace with you. Go outside. Enjoy the nature. Take a walk. Cut off people who no longer serves you. Love your natural body. Love your mind and your spirit. You can't live for nobody else. And if you think you can, please tell me how. I would love to hear that. But the moral of this episode and the purpose of this episode that I've created for today is letting go and living your life to the fullest and living in your truth. Thank you, Queens, for listening to this podcast and watching this podcast. And also, I have created a Patreon that I will soon launch, sooner or later. And I will also have some merchandise included with you subscribing and becoming a loyal member in my Patreon. When you become a Patreon queen, that'll be $5 a month. And when you are in the early access, which is like $15, then you will let me check it out. I got my thing right here. Let me click on that right quick. Yeah, it's all access Patreon, which actually $10 per month. I'm sorry, $10 per month. And that includes with bonus episodes and early accesses to episodes. And the last tier that I offer in my Patreon is $20 a month. And you'll receive monthly AMAs, early access to episodes, bonus episodes, behind the scenes footage, and you will also receive merchandise every 3 months, because it will include the stickers, mini print, the mug, and t-shirts, depending on how much you pay. So I will soon launch that when I am getting all this stuff together. So once again, please subscribe to my channel if not already, and also please follow me on my Spotify, and also you may follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you would like more exclusive content. And queens, I thank you all for supporting me and my channel and my podcast and everything that I do, and I will come back with more knowledge and topics that needs to be discussed in the long run. And I love educating my melanated queens. I'm sorry, tongue twisted. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you for watching and listening to Queen's Podcast.